Zeb Jackson found himself an avenue to the basket. He flushed it down.
He faked the handoff right there, kept the give, and went down the lane, and there was nobody home for BYU.
Baker cut off on the baseline as to bring it back out to Dimon. And Hall with a drive.
36-18. Last but not least, you look at the offensive rebounding. 14-8. So BYU getting it done in all the hustle categories. And on top of that, we know they're a lights-out three-point shooting ball club.
And now they can just work with this lead of 13 with 3:40 to go.
Right now they can just take their time, execute, see what they get. Nothing rushed.
Triora, Hall, Saunders. It's Hall going to the rack and scoring.
Team is they know they're shorthanded. So Jones, Momcilovic, and Jefferson have all stepped up their games. And even Kelderman has stepped up his game today.
Traore on Chatfield. To the corner. And that three will go. It's Dallin Hall. And off the glass and in.
Now what's happening is when you double team Jones, it's becoming 4-on-3. And Cyclones taking advantage of it.
Hall, that's a three, and that'll go.
Let's get the clock run. So they let about 6 seconds tick off the clock so they get the last shot, but they turned it over.
And Lohner playing with 3 fouls, driving it to the rim.
Now Kevin Young said, hey, hold it. Let's get this last shot.
One makes the free throws. Sarr. Another Cater rebound. He has 6.
Very happy. Got back on defense. Got a hand in the passing lane. Knocked the pass out of bounds. Here we are, more than 6 minutes in now, and BYU still has not scored in this game. This is one of the higher scoring teams in the country. Baker passed up the three. Hall will shoot the three. Got it. Over. Keba Keita just picked up his second foul. Off the inbound play, air ball from Jones from the corner. BYU great outlet. Hall lays it up and in. And the Cougars is finishing the season strong. Short on that one though. Well, they didn't guard Hall in transition, so he'll shoot the three and make the three. Nobody.
I mean, Saunders just got right by him.
Lipsy, I don't think he realized how open he was. No foul. 2-on-1. Stewart lob. Hall dunks it home. Timeout Cyclones. Lead is down to 6. BYU's got 2 points out of their last 6 possessions. They're in trouble again on this one. Demon whips a pass over to Hall for 3 is good. First lead since it was 20-19, and it didn't last long. Hall hits the three. Momcilovic, Keita poked it away. That's a steal. Hall will lay it in.
Hansberry, nice move, spins to his left off the window.
Hansberry is so tough one-on-one as well. I mean, that left-hand hook shot for a right-hand dominant player. High-level finish.
Here's Hall. The lead is up to 20. O'Connor, no. Hall clears. So I'm being told those 2 missed free throws by West Virginia means free Chick-fil-A for the students. There's Dallin Hall with another.
He's free to fire.
I guess the funny thing is, for Arizona State, if you're on the floor, right, you're never looking over your shoulder tonight because there's nobody there to come in for you.
Just play hard, have fun, and leave it all on the floor. Good G-Hat trying to take the charge on the big fella. Bobby Harley trying to take the charge.
And Dallin Hall takes advantage.
I love when guys get an opportunity
when somebody goes down and they step up and they perform even maybe better than even anybody thought except for them.
Dallin Hall. Sanded the stroke.
He's a good-looking freshman. He does a good job of getting the defender to back up by attacking their feet.
Three, Dallin Hall. Ali hits his second three, and it's a single-digit game.
This is what we talk. The crowds come alive. They made that little run that they had. Let's see if that puts enough pressure that maybe could have crack on his BYU. Hall pulls up the triple.
Dallin Hall answers for the Cougars. Amir Ali lines up a three. And the rebound ripped down by Mawit Mag for BYU.
Oh, that ball was halfway down before it spat out. They got to get a stop here. They can't let the Cougars score here. Coach Young wants to burn a little clock on his possession.
Dallin Hall weaves his way to the basket.
Excuse me.
Out of a timeout drawn up by Kevin Young.
Here's another Arizona turnover. BYU has 20 points off Wildcat turnovers tonight. Make it 22.
Strong.
Back and forth we go. Haymaker after haymaker on the offensive end. Hall found a seam.
Unable to finish after a good move by Flory Badunga. Dallin Hall, three, his first points of the night. KJ Adams can't get the roll. And it's BYU grabbing the rebound.
Not a single starter out on the floor for BYU.
Two former starters, though. Dallin Hall, one of those former starters. Dallin Hall. And the rebound trickles out to Hall.
Now you can run some offense. This lead, I understand Coach Young wants to push the ball up the floor. Just start running your offense. Work the shot clock down.
Dallin Hall then hit a three. Bench. But BYU will win game number 18. 3 straight wins for the Cougars will go to 9-6.
A quad one win on their home floor in dominating fashion.
And a net ranking of 15 for Kansas coming into tonight is Dallin Hall.
A lot of great friends and ex-players have reached out.
Late in the shot clock, Traore challenging Max Jones, and Saunders rips it away. The crowd wanted a foul on the contact there.
I wonder if fouls have ever gone like 20-0. That's what the BYU students think. Finally, guard that correctly. That's what happens because there's a lot of room to operate in the lane.
C.J. Jones offline. Keita another board. His 10th to go with 9 points. Dallin Hall launching. He got it. It's a three.
K-State of that mismatch down low, and that's what Jerome Tang wants to do. He wants to get Hawkins down in the box.
All right, so from down 22 to within 15 now. K-State trying to chip away. Hall going reverse side. Kegaruka.
Well, they want to pick the best player that'll help them win because there's consequences if you don't. And that's the master class that Jerome Tang puts on every day at practice. You know, you got to find ways to turn this thing around. They have, and it's been more aggressive defensively. Although tonight BYU is.
Off the feed.
Tom, you talk about a team that wants to control the pace. Not today. 7 fast break points. Ooh. We're talking about Jaeger, him and the 6'9" point guard. Got the chance to stand next to Cannon Catchings. He's huge as well.
Little shot fake. They give it off to the right side for Hall. His three is good.
Lukosius. And the collective sigh at Fifth Third Arena. BYU looking for another answer. They've had a lot of them tonight. Ooh. And Hall, nice spin to lay it up and in.
Dallin, dangerous pass, but it found its target. But catching's a little off target. But the putback is 9-0 run now for the Wildcats.
And you see the change that Tommy Lloyd has made. He's put his best defender, KJ Lewis, on Demon, trying to slow him down.
Hall sees an avenue and lays it in. And BYU,
as if to say, I know I got 3. Let me rock, coach. Let me rock. We'll see how it pans out for the Wildcats.
Here's Hall again. Just maneuvered around
with recruiting, and the machine keeps going. Big possession here for BYU. Just a 6-point lead for Arizona, but they want to get something solid. Hall's been amazing for them the last 3 or 4 possessions.
Hall, watched by Bradley. Puts up a 3. How do you defend? Tried to hand off to Saunders. Did he? Lost possession, able to get it back. Hall kicked to the corner. Mag runs into Bryant.
Great defense in the corner by Carter Bryant.
3 to shoot. Hall trying to get by Lewis. Got to the rim, laid it in.
That's something that he's been doing really, really well. 50% from 3 in the last 6 games. He continues to work on it, and it's paying off.
Basically didn't shoot any threes his first 3 years. 2 at Arkansas State in his first year at Miami. Hall, kick for Catchings. He got a game-high 11 here in the first half. Hall got the switch with O'Meara. Hall down the lane on the reverse. Ball O'Meara. Shot clock didn't reset. Nunn's got to get it up. Hall.
Good decision right there by Hall. You didn't have the numbers. Pull it out. Set up your offense. Good decision right there.
His 2 elite offenses, top 20 in the country per Ken Palm, have operated that way tonight. Hall sticks it.
Close. Avery off the mark, but an offensive board by Brantley. And Avery is stripped. Here comes Mag.
Well, too much dribbling in traffic that time by Avery. Just got to kick it back out or make your move to the rim.
Traore finds the cutting Hall. Oh, how about the big? Newman in the open floor. Oh, off the side of the backboard.
Yeah, just out of control. They'll stop, jump stop, and get yourself settled.
Feet set for Dallin Hall. A 22-2 run for Oklahoma State. Demon finds an open Dallin Hall. Peace.
No, Oklahoma State being very solid in the half court.
Dean misses the 3. Now Demon still hasn't scored. He's 0 for 5 overall. Hall, another triple.
That's a worst nightmare.
We're tied at 17 after a couple of missed free throws. Damon, he is so creative. The magician dealing, and a 3.
Let just showing his scoring prowess. Once again, just has a knack for putting the ball in the rim.
BYU's missed 8 of their last 9. Hall, tough 3, and he got it.
Picked up his second personal, so Toppin, Tech's best player, and now Overton with 2. Loose ball, Anderson trying to save it. Into the hands of Hall, and BYU has its first. Williams cut off. Toppin swatted by Saunders. Hall turning the corner, and he puts it in.
BYU came into today shooting 49% from the field, 37% from 3. Houston's defense, as you just saw, holds opponents to 28% from 3, and that's what BYU's shooting.
Well, they got that rebound. BYU got the rebound. Kevin Young was jumping up and pumping his arm saying, let's go, run and get some clean looks.
Hall hits the 3. That's
Sun doubles. We got a mismatch underneath if they can get him the ball, but Jihad dropped it.
And here comes Dallin Hall back the other way for the Cougars.
Yeah, Dawson Baker guarding Clayton's in the post. They got to match up with Foose if they can find him now.
fly by. The kick, Dallin Hall. 3.
You cannot leave your feet.
Triple team and a steal. Hall out with it. Hall up for 3. Even Foose has got the green light to shoot threes. He's thinking about 2 here. Double teamed. Hall from the left side. That 3 goes down on the steal. Here he comes. Hall on the follow. We got a sense of that last year when Cincinnati came in for BYU's initial Big 12 game. It just felt different. Ten seconds on the shot. Hall all the way in, and the foul.
In this basketball game, 62% from the field. So we sit here with just under 6 left in the first half. And Fresno State's not shooting it poorly. They're shooting pretty well on the road, but 62% is kind of hard to keep up with.
Keita hands it off to Richie Saunders. Shot clock is at 2. Hall's got to go up. Step back 3. Good!
BYU's come down. They've been playing 2-3 zone the last couple times down the floor. And Fresno State's have a little bit of trouble figuring out how to attack that.
Hall with the ball. We inch our way closer to the 8-minute mark. Now Hall for 3. His second of the somewhere.
Yeah, and Keita he's played 14 minutes in this game. He's got 8 points, 7 boards. He's perfect from the field. 4-4.
Waiting for Hall. Dallin looking for his 3rd 3 of the night. There it is. You've got to play with AJ.
And he said, we'll see, though, right?
Yeah, he said, we'll see.
And Yeager, I talked to him a couple weeks ago, and he's another phenomenal talent, and could be a top 3 pick in the NBA draft this next year. And I said, well, how are you liking it so far? And he goes, I love the culture. I love the environment. I love everybody. I love the fans here. I love everybody associated with the university, and I'm having a great time. That's what you want to hear, right?
We'll hope to see him on the floor as soon as possible. As Hall.
This has been up and down, and we knew that Fresno, if you look at the analytics, that's what they want to do, get up and down the floor. And BYU's very comfortable playing at pace. And they've been shooting the ball lights out tonight.
Ball again. Off the glass and in.
Same moves.
Crazy. In and out. Ooh, Keita wins that strength battle. Hall right to the basket.
Closing down possessions yesterday, especially against Purdue's guards. That's something to watch for. Then if I'm BYU, every dribble drive from NC State, you're looking to stop the basketball. The Wolfpack, not a good shooting team from the perimeter.
And BYU starts with possession. Devin. Right side 3 from Hall. And after a quiet
enough against a team like Purdue, you want to win that game. Got to be so solid. And they just gave points away against the Boilermakers.
Just 3 if you can in catchings. Offensive rebound to Keita. Hall off the fake. Resets. Tries for 3. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, with Keita.
Senior from Rockford, Illinois. Off the mark on that second attempt. Baker spins back out. O'Connell picks up Hall. Good defensive stand right now for NC State. Shot clock down to 5. Hall jump stop, shows with the right hook shot. Wow! Either from Ole Miss or BYU tonight. And now picking the pocket is Dallin Hall, and it leads to a dunk. First
against Kansas State. Earlier in the week, he was a 2-point game at halftime. And then they ran out of gas, as we so often see, as these schools take on bigger foes, they get a paycheck, build their athletic budget, and the bigger foes get to work out some bugs before their bigger games.
And as long as you're Mississippi Valley State, you stay healthy and you learn and get better and don't get discouraged, it's great. You get into your league and the talent level is not anywhere close to what you've been playing on this stretch.
Who's going to shoot the three? Hall says, I'll take it. Got it. First bucket of the... Here's Tate.
Nice drive and didn't convert. That's where you want to get against this BYU defense. He just couldn't finish it.
Hall calling for the ball. He's got it. Now back to Baker. Hall open for three. Second long. Demon knocks the ball over to Hall. Big wingspan at 6'9". Now Hall over for three. Third three.